I'm Sabrina Zainal, and you're tuning into Nightline, the top stories. EPF to introduce a new savings scheme within 2 years. And smuggling syndicate, which evaded 3.5 billion ringgit in taxes, busted. Good morning. We begin with this story. The Employees Provident Fund, EPF, will introduce a new savings scheme for its members within the next 2 years. Its Chief Executive Officer, Ahmad Zulkarnain On, said the EPF is currently examining several options, including a national pension scheme and a monthly withdrawal scheme before a decision on the matter is made. According to Ahmad Zulkarnain, the new scheme places emphasis on expanding coverage among the Malaysian populace and ensuring members have sufficient savings after retirement. This is because, based on statistics, only 20% of members have a basic savings of 240,000 ringgit upon reaching the age of 55. He added that this step also aligns with the recommendations of Prime Minister Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim, who aims to reform the pension and retirement framework to ensure financial security and equity for all citizens.
Macam ada state pension atau pension kebangsaan. Ya, pension kebangsaan tu mungkin lebih sikit daripada caruman, tetapi akan memberi pendapatan asas, basic punya income bila dah warga emas nanti. Itu dalam salah satu dasar yang kita sedang teliti dan selidik sekarang ni. InsyaAllah kita akan propose lah.
In an exclusive interview with TV3, Ahmad Zulkarnain also pointed out that only 60% of the Malaysian workforce have retirement protection or savings. Of this total, 50% are EPF members, while 10% are retired civil servants.
Ideally, kita nak naikkan 60% ni kepada 100%. Yang tidak di-cover sekarang ni adalah pekerja-pekerja seperti gig worker, pekerja informal, usahawan dan sebagainya. Jadi penting daripada segi dasar negara kita naikkan ni supaya that everybody has coverage for their retirement.
Additionally, he said that the EPF has introduced several schemes to encourage Malaysians to contribute towards their future. Among them are the EPF I-Saraan and I-Suri programs, which are provided with incentives matched by the government. The largest smuggling syndicate ever on record at Port Klang, which evaded tax to the tune of 3.5 billion ringgit, was busted in a special operation by enforcement teams from multiple government agencies on Wednesday. The syndicate is believed to be masterminded by a foreign national based abroad and has been operating for over a decade. A total of 19 container trucks suspected of carrying various untaxed goods smuggled out without inspection were seized during the special operation, which was led by the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission, MACC, with the cooperation of the Customs Department and the Inland Revenue Board, IRB. According to sources, initial investigations revealed that the syndicate operates more than 10 forwarding companies, which were used to smuggle imported goods by making false tax declarations. Intelligence gathered over a period of more than 3 months also found that the syndicate's modus operandi involved using multiple forwarding companies registered under the names of individuals unaware of the import and export operations. This was intended to mislead authorities and allow syndicate members to avoid action by claiming no connection to the companies. To avoid taxes, the syndicate made false declarations using Customs Form 9 by declaring the smuggled goods as non-taxable items such as wheelchairs and medical supplies. The syndicate is estimated to handle about 3,000 containers monthly, and the tax revenue loss over 10 years of operation is estimated at 3.5 billion ringgit, based on a minimum tax value of 7,000 ringgit per container. It was also found that these flying containers would enter the public bonded warehouse, GBA, at the North Port for only 10 to 15 minutes to deceive authorities without undergoing customs inspection, and then leave the port to be distributed nationwide. Meanwhile, MACC Chief Commissioner Tan Sri Azam Baki, when contacted, said the graft buster has identified all parties involved in the Port Klang smuggling ring, including those colluding with the syndicate, and will arrest them soon.
Kita telah mendapati identiti semua pihak termasuk dalam utama yang dipercayai berada di luar negara, pemilik syarikat, ejen-ejen forwarding serta pegawai-pegawai custom yang bersekongkol dengan sedikit ini. Dan saya memang tak nafikanlah ada pelibatan orang dalam pihak custom. Dan kita kalau dapat cepat mungkin kita akan menahan mereka-mereka yang terlibat dalam masa terdekat ini lah.
Azam said the MACC will also seek assistance from foreign agencies to obtain information about the mastermind's accounts to take appropriate action. He also confirmed that 2 individuals have been remanded for 4 days until June 8th by the Putrajaya Magistrates Court on Wednesday morning. He added that investigations will be thorough, covering the MACC Act, Anti-Money Laundering Act, Customs Act, and acts under the IRB. Moving on, the newly launched Malaysia Madani National Training Module plays a vital role in propelling youths to grab opportunities in the new realities of today. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim said new challenges which see emphasis in digital technology, new energy and artificial intelligence AI, among others, demand new measures to be taken in a new spirit. Speaking at the launch of the training module in Putrajaya on Wednesday, Anwar said it was developed in line with the federal constitution and was fine-tuned to keep up with the times. He added that the module also placed importance on patriotism by putting an emphasis on the sacrifices of the country's founders.
Saya mengajak rakan-rakan balik kepada landasannya. Mau angkat negara mesti dengan keyakinan. Mesti dengan semangat perpaduan. Mesti dengan kecintaan kepada negara. Mesti keyakinan bahawa negara ini mampu diangkat sebagai negara hebat Malaysia di antara dunia.
Anwar, who is also Finance Minister, further said that the training module would be adapted and enhanced after its implementation based on feedback. The new module, which is based on national history, understanding of the federal constitution, and appreciation of the Ruka Negara, combines conventional and digitalized methods to make it appealing to all quarters, especially the youth. Its development was led by the Malaysian National Academy, which is under the Prime Minister's department, and involved collaborations with various parties to ensure its effectiveness. Now, the suspicious package that was sent to the Tourism, Arts and Culture Ministry's headquarters earlier on Wednesday has been confirmed to be a fake bomb. Putrajaya District Police Chief Assistant Commissioner A. Asmadi Abdul Aziz said the item was confirmed to be fake after thorough inspections. ACP Asmadi said the package resembled an actual explosive device. It consisted of a PVC pipe, wires, and was even fitted with an actual timer. The package was sent to the building via a courier at 11:19 a.m. and it was brought to the 14th floor at 2:45 p.m. A bomb squad was then called in, along with sniffer dogs. According to preliminary investigations, the package came from a branch office of a courier company in Sungai Buloh. Police have also obtained video footage of the delivery as part of the investigation.
Kita dah jalankan siasatan awal, dapati bahawa dia diterima daripada JNT lah, beramat di Sungai Buloh, dan kita pun dapat rakaman video lah tentang dihantar oleh satu lelaki, dan kita pun heranlah dalam gambar tu ada dia menggoncang kotak dan sebagainya lah. Tapi kita akan teruskan siasatan, kita akan melihat daripada semua sudut yang berkaitan untuk memastikan siapakah culprit yang sebenarnya.
He also confirmed that the parcel did not contain any threat, letters, or other objects. Meanwhile, ACP Asmadi said while authorities tightened supervision around the building, the police have also advised the building management to enhance its security, especially concerning packages addressed to its minister, Datuk Sri Tiong King Sing. Communications Minister Fahmi Fadzil said stringent monitoring has continuously been conducted to prevent Israeli-based shipping company Zim from accessing Malaysian ports. He conveyed the assurance provided by the Transport Ministry during Wednesday's cabinet meeting in response to reports of a container bearing Zim's logo attempting to enter the country via the land route in Perlis.
Dalam mesyuarat hari ini kita ada mendapat sedikit maklum balas dan juga penegasan daripada Menteri Pengangkutan bahawa yang dikawal terutama oleh Menteri Pengangkutan di pelabuhan-pelabuhan sebarang kapal daripada syarikat ZIM tidak dibenarkan masuk ke pelabuhan-pelabuhan di Malaysia. Manakala kontena juga tidak dibenarkan. Walau bagaimanapun, dalam beberapa keadaan, kadang-kala bukan kapal ZIM yang membawa kontena ZIM. Kadang-kadang kontena ini disewakan kepada syarikat-syarikat lain untuk dibawa atas kapal-kapal mereka.
Fahmi also said stringent monitoring is in place and it has been decided that these containers are not permitted entry into the country. Earlier on Wednesday, it was reported that a container bearing the logo of Israeli-based shipping company Zim was detected attempting to enter the country through the land route in Perlis. However, the container truck carrying a cargo of frozen chicken which had just arrived from the Malaysia-Thailand border was intercepted by the Customs Department before being immediately ordered to turn back. The shipment was detected around noon on Sunday after the container truck passed through the scanning tunnel at the Immigration, Customs, Quarantine and Security Complex. A businessman who is the son of former Home Minister and current opposition leader Datuk Sri Hamzah Zainuddin was charged at the Kuala Lumpur Sessions Court on Wednesday with accepting a bribe of 100,000 ringgit 6 years ago. 40-year-old Muhammad Faisal Hamzah claimed trial when the charge was read out before Judge Rosina Ayub. Faisal was charged with accepting the bribe from Ismail Abdul Hamid as an inducement to use his influence to have High-Tech Padu Berhad appoint 2 other companies as its marketing consultants. Both companies were paid a commission of 700,000 ringgit after High-Tech Padu was awarded a 33 million ringgit supply, rental, implementation, training, support and maintenance of security infrastructure tender by the Companies Commission of Malaysia. Faisal was alleged to have committed the offence at an office lot in a shopping mall at Jalan Duta Mas 1, Kuala Lumpur in March 2018. The charge under the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission MACC Act 2009 carries a maximum jail term of 20 years and a fine of 10,000 ringgit or 5 times the amount of the bribe, whichever is higher upon conviction. The court allowed the accused bail of 25,000 ringgit and 1 surety and set July 5th for case remention. Yang di-Pertuan Agong Sultan Ibrahim on Wednesday was conferred the Darjah Yang Maha Utama Kerabat Diraja Malaysia (DKM) title by the Malaysian government. DKM, which translates to Most Excellent Order of the Royal Family of Malaysia, is a Malaysian federal award conferred to Malay rulers appointed as the Yang di-Pertuan Agong of Malaysia. The conferment of the title to His Majesty was done by Prime Minister Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim at a ceremony at Istana Negara. Raja Permaisuri Agong Raja Zareth Sofia was also conferred Darjah Utama Sri Mahkota Negara (DMN), or the Most Exalted Order of the Crown of the Realm. Among those present at the ceremony were Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Sri Ahmad Zahid Hamidi, Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Sri Fadilah Yusof, Chief Justice Tun Tengku Maimun Tuan Mat, and Chief Secretary to the Government Tan Sri Muhammad Zuki Ali. Still to come, Modi to be sworn in for 3rd term as India's PM. Don't go away.
Karnival Jom Heboh akan menggegarkan Bumi Melaka 28 hingga 30 Jun nanti. Peluang terbaik untuk kembangkan jenama, bisnes dan produk anda dengan pelbagai aktiviti menarik. Hubungi kami sekarang di maklumat tertera untuk menyertai. Jom, jom, jom!
Kalau Adam nak terima, dari dulu dah Adam terima.
Sebab Mama tahu Sally dah berubah.
Tapi kau ingat kalau nak ubah, kau jangan datang kat aku.
You cermin diri dululah.
Jaga sikit mulut you tu.
Awak kawan saya. Awak seorang je yang nak kawan dengan saya.
Ni semua di luar kekuasaan awak, sayang. Awak jangan salahkan diri awak.
Aku Bukan Ustazah, Isnin hingga Jumaat 7 malam. Di Akasia TV3 dan stream sekarang melalui Tonton. Kunci perubahan dan permulaan baharu dalam hidup bermula dengan keinsafan. Air Mata Malaikat Maut 7 Jun. Kiswah Kaabah 14 Jun. Tuli Karena Meninggalkan Syalat Subuh 21 Jun. Surga Untuk Isteriku 28 Jun. Sama-sama renungi di slot naluri Jun ini setiap Jumaat 3 petang di TV3 dan stream sekarang melalui Tonton.
We're back with news from the foreign front. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi is expected to be sworn in for a record equaling third term on June 8th, after key allies pledged their continued support a day after a humbling election verdict that saw his party lose its majority in parliament. Modi's Bharatiya Janata Party-led BJP alliance clinched a third term in office, but the race was closer than expected, with BJP losing its outright majority. On Wednesday, two allies in his National Democratic Alliance coalition, the Telugu Desam Party, a key regional player in the southern state of Andhra Pradesh, and the Janata Dal United, which rules the northern state of Bihar, had pledged their support. Modi tendered his resignation on Wednesday to President Draupadi Murmu after the federal cabinet met and recommended the dissolution of parliament, the first of many constitutional formalities before Modi can form a new government. Modi and his new cabinet were scheduled to be sworn in on Saturday. Dozens of Palestinians have been killed on Wednesday in heavy Zionist bombardment as U.S., Qatari and Egyptian mediators plan to resume talks on a proposed ceasefire and captive release deal. Urban combat and shelling rocked Gaza's southern city of Rafah near the Egyptian border, as fighting also flared again in central areas, with at least 75 people killed in the past 24 hours. It was reported that Palestinian morgues are now overflowing and hospitals are struggling to cope with a surge of casualties. The Zionist regime said its troops have started targeting operational activity in the areas of Burij and eastern Deir el-Balah, both above and below ground. Meanwhile, according to Egyptian local media, a security delegation will meet with its Qatari and U.S. counterparts in Doha on Wednesday to discuss the mechanism of restoring the truce talks. In the meantime, United States lawmakers have passed legislation that aims to sanction the International Criminal Court, ICC, due to the efforts by its prosecutor to seek arrest warrants for top Israeli officials for alleged war crimes in Gaza. The Republican-controlled House of Representatives on Tuesday voted 247 to 155 in favor of the Illegitimate Court Counteraction Act. The bill would bar U.S. entry and restrict any U.S.-based property transactions for ICC officials involved with the request by Prosecutor Karim Khan for arrest warrants for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Defense Minister Yoav Gallant. While Joe Biden expressed deep concerns about the bid for arrest warrants for Netanyahu and Gallant, the president has strongly opposed sanctions against the ICC, saying they were going too far. Moving on, Indonesia's President Joko Widodo has replaced the head of the country's new capital city in a surprise shakeup just weeks before the controversial $32 billion project officially opens on Borneo Island. According to the Indonesian government, the outgoing official, Bambang Susantono, has resigned without explanation and would be replaced by the country's Public Works and Housing Minister, Basuki Hadimuljono. Opposition lawmaker Mardani Alisera described the sudden change as shocking and strange. The legacy project by Jokowi to move the capital from Jakarta to the planned city of Nusantara has been hampered by a lack of foreign investment, land ownership issues, and delays. Thousands of civil servants are expected to move to the city in September to begin work, but the plan has already been delayed by several months due to slow construction. The new city is scheduled to begin operating as the country's new political center on August 17th, which falls on the nation's Independence Day. Junhao stuns All England champion to advance to Indonesia Open's last 16. Sports right after this breather.
MHI dengan topik menarik.
Bersempena Hari Keputeraan yang di-Pertuan Agong ke-17, kenali raja yang dekat di hati rakyat ini.
Kesihatan dengan diskusi kecacatan pada jantung sejak dari dalam rahim.
Gelora udara, apakah yang anda perlu tahu ketika berdepan dengan situasi cemas ini?
Soal Wang membincangkan tentang subsidi diesel Budi Madani.
MHI 9.30 pagi, Isnin hingga Jumaat.
Juga stream melalui Tonton.
I need you in my life.
You better get somebody else.
I yang rasa sakit tau.
Drama penuh dilema dan paling emosi 2024. Wanita pilihannya bukan satu atau dua, tapi tiga.
Jadi suami pun tak boleh pakai, jadi bapa pun tak guna.
Perebutan harta dan permainan nyawa. Netizen, stream sekarang drama rating tertinggi dan paling tular di Malaysia. Lelaki Itu melalui Tonton.
Please don't make me wait.
I won't.
Bitawan mo ko, kailangan niya malaman niya.
Chris! Dong, that's absolutely stupid! Why did you do that?
Lalong di ba sinabi ko sa'yo, Bolo matita-tita talaga ang tigas-tigas ang ulo mo?
Let me explain.
Masihkah ada jalan untuk mereka kembali bersama? To Have and To Hold setiap Sabtu 12.30 hari. Di TV3 dan stream sekarang melalui Tonton.
We're back with sports. Badminton, the 2024 Indonesia Open. National men's singles shuttler Leong Junhao and two doubles pairs performed brilliantly on Wednesday to secure their place in the next round. World number 32, Junhao, who was making his debut in a World Tour Super 1000 competition, fought brilliantly to pull off a superb 21-13, 16-21, 21-12 victory over reigning All-England champion Jonathan Christie in 62 minutes. The 24-year-old will next take on Chu Tianchen of Chinese Taipei in the last 16. Joining him were men's doubles pair Goh Jae-fei, Nur Izzuddin. The world number 17 pair played magnificently to knock out Canada's Adam Dong Neil Yakura 21-6, 21-7 in just 24 minutes. Jae-fei Izzuddin will face homesters Leo Roli Carnando, Daniel Martin next. Meanwhile, mixed doubles pair Tan Kian Meng Lai Pei Jing also booked their place in the next round after defeating Koseila Mameri Tanina Violette Mameri of Algeria. The duo needed only 24 minutes to prevail over the Algerians 21-9, 21-15. They next played Denmark's Mathias Christiansen, Alexandra Bohe. Meanwhile, it is not all sunshine and rainbows for Malaysian shuttlers at the Indonesian Open. This after the national team's campaign in the mixed doubles event came to an end after Yap Roy King, Valerie Xiao, and Vivian Hu Lim Chiu Sien crashed out in the quarterfinals. Roy King Valerie were forced to battle for 50 minutes before suffering a 21-19, 13-21, 18-21 defeat to world number 5 pair Jiang Zhen Bang Weia Xin of China. Vivian Hu Lim Chiu Sien, meanwhile, succumbed to a straight set 17-21, 18-21 defeat to Hong Kong's Yung Nga Ting Yung Pui Lam. Tennis now, the 2024 Roland Garros. Carlos Alcaraz reached the last four for a second year in a row after picking up a straight sets win over Stefanos Tsitsipas in the quarterfinals. The reigning Wimbledon champion proved too strong for former Roland Garros runner-up Tsitsipas, powering to a 6-3, 7-6, 6-4 victory. It was the sixth victory for Alcaraz in as many career meetings with the Greek. With his win, the Spanish third seed has set up a tantalizing semi-final against incoming world number 1 Jannik Sinner. Earlier, Italian Jannik Sinner powered past Grigor Dimitrov in straight sets to reach his first semi-final. The Australian Open champion stepped up his bid for a second Grand Slam title by securing a 6-2, 6-4, 7-6 victory over the world number 10. Coming up, sex toys worth over 2 million ringgit seized. Don't go away.
Wanita Hari Ini.
Johor memang terkenal dengan pelbagai seni dan warisan.
Kita ada lokasi menarik, tarian sapin dan juga makanan yang enak.
Bersempena dengan ulang tahun TV3 yang ke-40, jom kita cuba menu dari selatan.
Menu masak lemak cili api kita ada asam pedas.
10,000 pelajar tidak mengambil SPM.
Ramainya. Macam mana kita nak atasi perkara ini?
Fatin, kalau orang tu dah hilang atau meninggal, bagaimana dengan hartanya?
Siapa yang layak? Kita akan kupas hari Khamis nanti.
Dalam perkahwinan ada je nak bergaduh.
Biasalah, bersama-sama isteri.
Semuanya di WHI TV3.
Dan stream HD ditonton.
Wanita Hari Ini.
Nak cari tempat untuk OOTD? Persembahan cahaya interaktif serius boleh buat gambar korang seleh habis. Raikan ulang tahun ke-40 TV3 dengan keajaiban pameran seni digital Immersio Inspirasi Generasi by TV3 dari 20 Mei hingga 9 Jun di Museum Telekom Kuala Lumpur. Jom ajak family, kawan dan partner sekali, okey? Selamat Hari TV3. #Inspirasi Generasi. Kami sentiasa bersamamu.
Kekal cakna, kekal sihat. Hello Doktor merungkai pelbagai persoalan kesihatan anda.
Penyakit kronik, pemakanan, kesihatan mental, semuanya demi kesejahteraan anda.
Setiap minggu bersama tenaga pakar kesihatan terbaik Malaysia, segalanya terjawab dalam Hello Doktor setiap Ahad
5.30 petang di TV3
dan stream juga melalui Tonton.
Nightline continues. The Kuala Lumpur High Court has allowed Datuk Sri Najib Razak's application to insert 2 more affidavits in his leave application to challenge the existence of a royal addendum order purportedly issued with the consent of the 16th Yang di-Pertuan Agong, allowing the former Prime Minister to serve the remaining 6 years of his prison sentence under house arrest. The 2 affidavits include the one affirmed by the Pahang Menteri Besar, Datuk Sri Wan Rusdi Wan Ismail.
Affidavit Menteri Besar Pahang yang menyokong affidavit Datuk Sri Zahid bahawa dia juga diberitahu oleh Datuk Sri Zafrul adanya addendum tersebut.
Judge Datuk Amarjit Singh set July 3rd to decide on the leave application for a judicial review filed by Najib on April 1st. Najib, in his leave application for a judicial review, named Home Minister, Commissioner General of Prisons, Attorney General, the Federal Territories Pardons Board, Minister in the Prime Minister's Department, JPM for Law and Institutional Reform, Director General of Legal Affairs Division at JPM, and the Malaysian government as the first to the 7th respondents. The former Pekan Member of Parliament is seeking a mandamus order to compel either all or one of the respondents to respond and confirm the existence of the additional decree dated January 29th. The Customs Department has seized 11,220 sex toys valued at 2.04 million ringgit after its enforcement officers stormed a logistics warehouse in Shah Alam, Selangor on May 20th. The raid was conducted at 1 p.m. as part of Ops Publica and was based on intelligence and public complaints. At a press conference in Petaling Jaya on Wednesday, Customs Central Zone Assistant Director General Nur Lela Ismail said the warehouse was believed to have been operating for 3 years. She added that smugglers' modus operandi was to falsely declare the illicit items as children's toys on the Customs Form 1. These goods were then brought to the logistics warehouse for storage before being sold in bulk to local wholesalers. A 60-year-old man who worked as the warehouse supervisor was also detained during the raid but later released on bail. Authorities are still investigating the case and tracing the company or import agents involved for further action. Under Ops Publica, Customs have carried out 40 raids from May 13th to 24th, recovering various undeclared goods such as white cigarettes, kretek cigarettes, and alcohol at several premises around the Klang Valley. In Pahang, a durian seller was charged in the Raub Magistrates Court on Wednesday for allegedly breaking into a casino room in Genting Highlands and stealing chips worth more than 4.6 million ringgit last October. 45-year-old Lee Kian Kyong pleaded not guilty after the charge was read before Magistrate Siti Aisha Ahmad. According to the charge sheet, the accused, along with 3 others who were previously charged, had allegedly broken into and stolen 1,160 chips belonging to Genting Highlands Berhad. It was alleged that the offence was committed in the Twilight 3 room at Sky Casino Genting Highlands on October 28, 2023. The charge under Section 457 of the Penal Code carries a maximum imprisonment term of 5 years and a fine. If theft is involved, the imprisonment term can be extended to 14 years, and for a second or subsequent offence, the offender may be fined or caned. The court granted bail at 10,000 ringgit with one surety and set July 26th for mention of the case. As we wrap up Nightline this time around, let's take a look at a stunning underwater dragon dance performance showcasing the traditional dragon dance in an aquatic setting at Hefei Ocean Park in China. With that, I'm Sabrina Zainal. Thank you for tuning in and take care.